What is going on, everybody? NFL Week 16 anytime touchdown scorers. I have 6 picks that I fell in love with, put a ring on it, see me at the altar. Last couple weeks have been up and down, but I am loving these picks, so get on board with me. I have 6 of them. We're going to go one at a time. First one here is going to be Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is going to find the end zone. He's minus 125 on my sportsbook to score, which is great value. Jalen Hurts faces the matchup this week with the 4th ranked passing defense in Washington, so I expect a big day from both Saquon and Jalen Hurts. We're going to go over to ESPN.com and we're going to look at the rushing stats because Jalen Hurts has scored a whopping 14 touchdowns and he has scored in 4 out of his last 5, which is great. And not to mention, he already ran one versus Washington here in middle of November, right before the Thanksgiving holiday. And I fully expect him to add to that total. So Jalen Hurts, have yourself a day. You're part of the parlay. And hey, I want to say, if this is your first time here, or maybe you're a returning viewer, don't forget to like the video. Subscribe if you aren't already, and then hit that notification bell because I got a lot of playoff content for college football and the NFL coming your way. In leg 2 of our parlay, our second person that we want to add is going to be Josh Allen, the man of the hour, the fantasy point record king and offensive juggernaut. He is the hot hand in the NFL right now. Last week he was a demon, but this week he's a goblin. And I told everyone in last week's video to bet on him, and it cashed, which is really good. He's cleared this line in 5 out of his last 5 games. And they're a 14-point home favorite this week versus New England. And the projection is 46.5 on the over-under. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities to score. And if we pop on over to StatMuse and we look at Josh Allen's career rushing stats versus the Patriots, he's played them quite a bit of times. He plays them twice a year because they're in the same division. He only has 5 career rushing touchdowns versus the Patriots, but this is encouraging. There was a new regime in New England. A lot of turmoil has happened there. They're not the same team that they were in 2018, 2019, and 20. They're significantly worse. And Josh Allen has scored in both of their previous matchups, and I fully expect him to score in this week's matchup. 2 picks down, and I have 4 more for you. When there is a rookie quarterback starting, you have to lean on the running game. Who else better to profit than Atlanta's own Bijan Robinson? The Falcons are going to be starting Michael Penix versus the Giants, which will be a lot of fun to watch. The Giants are one of the worst teams when it comes to passing defense, but they rank dead last in rush defense. Bijan ran for 100 yards versus the Raiders in Las Vegas on Monday Night Football, but he didn't score. He's currently at minus 250 to score at home in a game where he should see plenty of touches and targets. His over-under for rushing yards is 90.5, and they haven't come out with his rush attempts props yet, but it's probably going to be like 18, 19, somewhere. He lives around there. He scored in 3 out of his last 5 games, but I fully expect him to be involved early and often to take some of that rookie nerves off of Michael Penix. 3 picks down, and we are going to have 3 more to go. Speaking of another running back, the tag team of Sonic and Knuckles is over for this year, and that's in Detroit. And if you don't know who that is, I'm talking about David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to reap all the benefits of Montgomery being gone. He's going to get majority of the touches, both in the run and the pass game for the running backs. In a game where they put up a whopping 42 points and lost, I fully expect an offensive explosion when they go to take on a dismal Bears team. Gibbs is currently at minus 330 to score, which is right where I expect him to land and where he's probably going to be for the rest of the season. And if we go to StatMuse and we look at Jahmyr Gibbs' stats versus the Bears in his career, he's played the Bears 3 times and has scored twice. He didn't score here on Thanksgiving this year, but I fully expect that to change, especially with him getting all the attention. He can run, he can catch, so this dual threat ability only elevates his chances to hit pay dirt. 4 picks down, we have 2 left. And my last 2 picks all come down to Sunday Night Football. The Bucs go to Jerry's World to take on the Cowboys, in which I fully expect to be a shootout. Both defenses are suspect and give up the big play, but they have enough weapons on their offensive sides to put up some points. This is where I really like CeeDee Lamb. If we go to ESPN.com, he has scored in his if we look at his games, his last 2 games, he scored back-to-back. And what's really good to see is the targets that he's getting. He's getting 13 targets, 7, 6, 12, 12, 10. Look at this. Look at the, even after Dak Prescott went out, look at the target share. It's really good. And it only helps that it's a home game indoors, especially because these December games, you never know with the weather. He's talented enough, despite having that injured shoulder, to get that separation to make plays down the field. So if we look at his last 5 games, like I said, he only has 2 out of his last 5, but don't be discouraged. The Tampa Bay defense isn't that great. When what else is great is CeeDee Lamb specifically has 17 red zone targets, which is 8th most by any wide receiver this season. Tampa tends to give up the deep ball. This is where CeeDee can really stretch it out and get open down the field. And like I said before, I had 2 players for Sunday Night Football, and to wrap us up and bring us home, who other than Big Mike. Mike Evans is going to score a touchdown versus the Cowboys, and I'm going to tell you why. Ever since he's come back from injury, he's been putting his footprint back on the Tampa Bay offense. He's been on a tear. He can score from anywhere. He's big. 6'5", like 240. He's a big target, and he also can do the deep threat. So when you get that dual threat ability that he can showcase, he can come alive at any point, especially versus the Cowboys' dismal pass defenses without Trayvon Diggs, who's also out for the season. Look what Ja'Marr Chase did and T. Higgins did a couple weeks ago versus the Cowboys. Baker can sling it, and he's going to find his favorite target again on Sunday night for a touchdown. Evans is minus 125 to score on my sports book, and it isn't a goblin, so that's actually really good value. And those are the picks, everybody. We have Jalen Hurts to score, Josh Allen, Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, CeeDee Lamb, and Mike Evans. And I always do power plays. I don't really do flex plays, so I'm going to be doing a power play. I want to say thanks for watching, everybody, and good luck.